Am I going to be able to pull this one off? This is a very, very risky one. Sort of. Hello, I'm Stephen Mason, and this is the review rant for Double Dragon on Blu-ray from 101 Films. I'm not going to criticise 101 Films, but recently, like, if you buy stuff and you want to send it back on the internet, do you really go to the postman, you know, post box, or you just live with the fact that this was kind of out of time? You know, it was like when someone would talk, you know, and I'm like, ooh, it's a little bit out of time, but that wasn't in time, that wasn't time. I don't know, it's like, whew, there we go. Anyway, Double Dragon came along early on, you know, just off the back end. It's got more in common with Super Mario Brothers, I think, this movie. Not like more like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, what followed this. I think this as well came off that it's got a lot of similarities to Super Mario Brothers. Now, led by Robert Patrick, one of the best bad guys in the world, has been the Terminator. Pointless cameo in the last Terminator. You know, brilliant cameo in Last Action Hero. Last Action Hero is definitely, yeah. So, Rob Patrick Goodeye, Mark DeCostas, uprising star, amazing martial artist, along with a girl from Charmed. There's quite a few people in this you'll recognise. The movie's a bit batshit crazy. Obviously based on the video game where you go along, just kicking people. The video arcade appears in the background. And it's all about medallions and stuff. And it's set in that, like Prairie of the Roller Boys, where, and like Running Man, where they had this idea that the world would be totally fucked with an earthquake and it all be like Fallout kind of urban Fallout. Coppers have no authority, like the night belongs to the gangs and stuff like that, the rise of gang crime and the aftermath of the shock. I mean, the start of this movie, there's a little midget man just constantly on this little pump trying to keep this building up. There's a lot of New Jack, no pun intended. There's an advert for New Jack in this, but everything is getting jacked up everywhere like that. It's like New Jack City. There we go, New Jack. Get the Wesley Snipes and they go. Yeah, yeah. You just lying around there. New Jack. Yeah. So starts off the brothers who don't look anything alike, but you know. Anyway, both quite good martial artists, except for when they're fighting Robert Patrick at the end, which is a bit awkward. You know, Robert Patrick does it all, but yeah, anyway. Sets him up as a medallion. It's been separated for years and quickly found in a cave. Starts the movie off. One medallion is saved. Now Robert Patrick, who's basically, forget his name, rocking it up, rubs his medallion. Yeah, rubs his medallion, turns grey and floats around in the shadows. That's the best way I can actually put that. Really is. Anyway, the brothers have the other medallion, which doesn't do anything. Even though they see Robert Patrick going, and then disappearing. But yeah, film's a bit weird straight away as they're going around and, you know, they're just trying to make ends meet, live in amazing, like, theatre. You know, some of the sets on this is really, really good, especially one later on where there's this hideout and it's got this cosmic green water. I want a bath like that because that looks lush. I don't think it's maybe toxic waste or something like that, but yeah. The fighting in it's quite good. The stunts in it, there's a lot of great stunts in this. Like, there's literally people getting chucked around left, right and centre. But it's weird. Early on, there's a big muscly meathead. And he's big enough in real life. You know, like, yeah, that's meant to be one of the, like, the bosses from the game, you know. And they're chasing them in the cars. And it turns all virtual reality and computer graphics. And it's just fucking weird. It's just weird. It's just, what the fuck? What's going on there? And then he gets rided up to this bigger, even musclier guy walking around. It just gets weird. It's like being on crack cocaine, basically. No wonder. I mean, was it 12? It was. Right, it's always been a 12 because there's a 12 on DVD down there. So yeah, power, justice, darkness, light. Okay, there's Muscle Man there. But yeah, there's a lot of weird extras. There's even, like, honestly, right, there's a lot going on in the background because there's one bit with the fighting and this guy just chucks this fucking massive wheel in the background. Pointless. He's up a fucking ladder. He's honestly like 5 houses back that way. He's just in the frame in the back and chucks a fucking wheel tire. That's going to go anywhere near. And then they're like, oh, and they look up and there's this fucking postman jumps off this fucking roof, fucking chucking letters at them and fucking falls flat face in the face. Like, what the fuck? Like, really? Seriously. Now I've got some notes here. That. You see that? Did you see? There it is again. That. Throughout this movie, there's a dot. It's probably been on earlier on the video as well. You probably, what the fuck was that? Yeah, that black dot, man. Andy Dick's in this as well. He's on the news report as the weatherman. And he is Andy Dick. So yeah, they didn't really go anywhere for that. Flying postman, computer chase scene, little guy with the earthquake. It's a man from Die Hard again, from Big Trouble in Little China, and more recently, Death Warrant. And he speaks. It's the first time ever speaking. He's got quite a little voice. Gets his head trapped in a briefcase, his hair. And like you would think that your friend would take your briefcase out, but no, he spends the later part of the scenes walking around with a briefcase here. What the fuck? So yeah, wrote a note about that. Muscle Man, what the fuck? Got a lot of time. A lot of, I don't even know what I've wrote there. Double Dragon. Oh yeah, double denim guy. Jumps through the window 3 times in a row from different angles. It's like, okay, but it's like, it's not like a Van Damme where he's kicking somebody and you instantly see it again. He jumps out the window, something else happens, he jumps out the window again from a different angle, then he jumps out again the window from a different angle. It's like, what the fuck, really? You know, it's like if Scott Adkins just jumped through the window there, that's Scott Adkins' stunt double, and did a flip and then Scott Adkins stand there, that's one stunt. You don't need to see Scott Adkins come through the fucking window 3 different times, 3 different camera angles. It's amazing having the past. It's a play tool. So I got to watch these Rant randoms. I'm just in movies, and if I think about something from my life, I'm just go, there we go. It may never make sense. Crazy Funhouse scene. Green water. Yeah, we're looking for Pat Sharp to turn up. Random background thrown tire. Got him. Double Dragon arcade machine. And there's a lot of there's a lot of screams. Screams in the back of the truck, scream when they see the muscle man, scream when they see the postman, they scream about everything. You know what I mean? And Robert Patrick just being invisible as a ghost and like going around in Nosferatu. Yeah, this review. At the start of the review I was like, is this going to work? What the fuck? But yeah, I always remember the trailer having quite a good song, but they never reappeared in the Blu-ray. No extra features. Probably at the time, but yeah, I mean, I was never a big fan. I was always a Streets of Rage fan. I still have all my Streets of Rage on Mega Drive. I was never a big fan of Double Dragon, going along and all that kind of stuff. Did have at one point Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade machine. I wish I never got rid of that. But no, so going into it, I didn't know the story, and the story's just weird. But it's a total product in the 90s. You know, like in later, like mid-90s as well, when stuff like Double O Kid was still getting made and, excuse me, CGI was coming along. But they seem to just be getting a lot, like the sets and that, they're very inventful. But it just screams Super Mario Bros. Well, I've been seeing Mason, I'll see you in the outtakes. So you want to just quickly talk about fighting computer games. Mortal Kombat, what the pictures say that. Belton film, made by a Geordie. Belton film. Christopher Lambert's in his Raiden. What the fuck, really? I mean, did you not play the video game? Does Raiden? Because I'm sure. I mean, if you're gonna, Raiden was based off this guy, and kind of looked like that guy. At what point did you think Christopher Lambert would be a good choice? But considering Christopher Lambert was paid £2 million for Mean Guns for 2 days' work, he was box office draw, but it's and Christopher Lambert. So yeah, no, everything was good. It's great how they brought Goro into it. Yeah, then had Street Fighter. Jean-Claude Van Damme should have just been in Mortal Kombat. Street Fighter was what the fuck, really. Guile's like, you know, the American hero. Van Damme's from, it's like Casting from Hell. Where's Van Damme? Belgium. I'm getting confused because apparently he's Canadian, Death Warrant, but yeah. There's some more weird casting for you. Tekken, didn't quite mind it, but like Rob Shaw and Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat are in that, so yeah. Dead or Alive, never finished it. Street Fighter, The Legend of Chun Li, what the fuck. Mortal Kombat Annihilation, which I do have. I seen that the other day. I had a Mortal Kombat Annihilation. It gets a lot of hate, but JJ's Scorpion in it, so you know I kind of have to have it. Yeah, there's a link to my film, but yeah. Not special, sorry JJ, I do not know where I've put it. I kept it, you know, but I had to move around recently, so there's shit everywhere. But yeah, I can't think of any other fighting movies I've actually seen. I would love to see a Streets of Rage one. You know, just, you know, like A to B, just like this film starts and right, he's got to get there and kick ass. It's like the epic long fucking take of Kickboxer, where he's just walking along kicking everyone's ass. But yeah, I've been Steve Mason. Give Double Dragon a really good going. Oh, for fuck's sake, watch it if you want. If you've not seen it before, you'll laugh at it, I guess. But if you have seen it before, it's aged well, but it's a bit out of time. But definitely check out 101's awesome stuff. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.